Next up, we have Maria Agnese Spagnuolo and Nerina Di Nunzio, owners of Fatamorgana, Italy. It's a brand of artisanal ice cream. Miss Maria is the owner of Fatamorgana. In 2003, she opened her first artisan ice cream shop. Today, she has distributed over 300 original recipes developed by her across 7 Fatamorgana ice cream parlors in Rome and Los Angeles. Today, her topic would be the food design approach in Italy. We also have Ms. Nerina, who is a food designer and a marketing expert. She has worked in the telecommunication, banking, and education fields. She was the head of IED Roma, European Design Institute. Her specializations are in the subjects concerning food and wine and territorial communication marketing. She was the marketing manager of Gambero Rosso, a famous food publishing house for 7 years, and has worked at Condé Nast in Milan and La Cucina Italiana. She's also the founder of the consulting company Food Confidential. Nerina is a mindfulness teacher and a certified coach of the creative personal branding CPB method developed by Jorgen Sarenbacher. Today, she will be telling us how to make a perfect Italian gelato. Over to you, Nerina.
I thank you so much for your presentation. And you mixed the titles. So my title is about food design because I'm a food designer. So I'm involved in the field of food design since 20 years. And I started 20 years ago to work in the food and wine design sector. And I'm Maria Agnese, she's here, my friend and my colleague. We work together. She's a gelato maker. I mean, she's the best gelato maker in Italy. I know her since long time, and this year we started a collaboration together, and I'm her PR and media relation office. So we work together. And today we want to share with you our Italian approach, because in Italy food is very important. We love food and we have a long tradition about recipes and ideas, and gelato is one of our best dish, because everybody thinks that gelato is only a dessert, but for us gelato is a main dish, very important for our nutrition and our way to live in Italy. So if Sambit is ready, we can start with my presentation. And Sambit, you can you can share the presentation if you want. My one is the food design one. Okay, great. So we start. I'm waiting for the first slide. So obviously, as Sambit said, I'm Italian, and I'm Italian. My mother, she's from ex-Yugoslavia, and my father is Italian from the south of Italy. And I was born in Rome, the capital city of our country. We are very happy because we won the European Championship recently. Thank you. We would like to win another kind of competition. So this is the last slide. You have to start from the first page, please. You have to go back to the first page. Sambit. Okay, great. This is the start. Perfect. So, From the Spoon to the City is the title of my presentation. Here you can see a fountain in the middle of a garden. Is a park in Chicago, Illinois. And when I saw this fountain, I said, wow, this is a great picture for my presentation, because it's a huge spoon holding a cherry. And you can go ahead to the next slide. And this, From the Spoon to the City, is a very famous slogan created by an architect that is called Ernesto Rogers in the 1952 in the Charter of Athens. The idea of this slogan is to explain the typical approach of a Milanese architect. Milanese means from Milan. You know that in Italy, the best part of our design market is born in Milan. And this slogan was by a Milanese architect. And he said, our approach is like this. We can design a spoon, a chair, and a lamp in the same day. And also in the same day, we can design a skyscraper. The idea is design is all about. So you can start from a small spoon, arriving to a skyscraper, and you have different results, very important, working on different scale of projects. Next, please. Sambit, the next slide, please. So in this chart that I called Made in Italy, I want to show you how Italians are creative. You can see in the first picture a ring. Probably is from Bulgaria. I don't remember, but probably yes, it's from Bulgaria. The second pic is about a kind of pasta made in Pastificio dei Campi, is a brand of a friend of mine, a very important brand of pasta in Italy. And this kind of shape was made by a designer called Mauro Olivieri, and he won the best prize of design in Italy. And it's a new kind of pasta. We have lots of formats of pasta in Italy. You see, it's quite similar to the ring, in my opinion, but it's completely different in functionality and aesthetical approach. Then you have a chair, is a poltrona frau chair. Is also yellow, like the ring and like the pasta, but you see the idea and the shape is quite comfort and elegant and trendy. So we have this ability to start from a ring, arriving to a chair, and describing different approach and different shapes and different kind of beauty. Next, this is made in Italy. Next, please. Next, please. The uniqueness of made in Italy in the world is based on Italy's three great. Oh, can you go back? Can you go back? Some the slide. Thank you. The uniqueness of made in Italy in the world is based on Italy's three great strengths: ideas, craftsmanship, and taste. Okay, next. And today in this presentation, I want to show you like each details in the food experience is quite important. In this slide, you see a spoon realized by Chef Oldani, Davide Oldani. Then you see a format, a bistro called mozzarella. Mozzarella is one of our dish, very well known abroad, and is a kind of a format that goes around the mozzarella cheese, and you can find all different kind of dishes of this mozzarella, but also the idea of the situation is really well done, well designed for the experience of mozzarella cheese. Then you see a kind of brand identity, different kinds of instruments to eat, the small table sheet, then the menu, then the glass holder. So you see everything is really well thought and well designed to have the same experience. Next, please. So today, I would like to paraphrase the well-known slogan of Rogers, as I told you before, the slogan that you can have the same, in the same day, different kind of design works, illustrating how food design changed the societies and its cities, thanks to design thinking on food facts. So what I want to demonstrate to you is that the food design can really change our city, our environment where we live, because food design thinks about the food facts. From the design of a spoon to the catering sector, like a catering for a wedding, for example, or a catering for a huge event, from the great food fair, like in Italy, we have Vinitaly, we have also in Milan, different kind of fair about food. So from the great food fair to local markets that now have turned into meeting places and have changed the city's habits and architecture. So food design can really change our environment, from a small spoon till the architecture of the restaurants, of the hotel where the restaurants are in, and so on. Next, please. So I want to point your attention, for example, on the city markets. I really don't know India, and I would like to come soon to understand what's going on over there, because I know that you guys really love food and you are really involved in the food facts. But what I saw in the rest of the world is that right now the markets are really growing all over in the world, in United States, in Europe, and also in Italy. And city markets are completely different from once upon a time, because now we have a place where we can meet people, where we can have fun, where we can learn something, where we can buy, and not only a eat place. Next, please. Three interesting Italian examples of market are Italy. Italy is a format that is around the world, is also in Japan, United States, London, and it was built from an Italian entrepreneur. His name is Oscar Farinetti. Then we have Mercato Centrale, a smaller format of market that is in Milan, in Turin, and in Florence, and in Rome. And Testaccio Market, that is a very small market inside of Rome, but really important to understand the shape and the design of that market, because that tells a story, an interesting story of an area Testaccio. There is an ancient area of our city. And in all those formats, the market is no longer only a place where products are offered for sale. It is a place where you meet people, you eat, you taste, you buy, and you learn. So this is design. Design is designing the food experience, understanding that someone, when goes to a market, is the exigent not only to buy something, but is very interesting to have a whole experience where your all senses are involved. You can smell, you can see, you can eat, you can experience with your body and your soul together. Next one, please. I want to now talk about chef. Now we talk a lot about chefs. Chefs are actors in the TV shows. Chefs are protagonists. Chefs are all around. But what I want to say to you today, that chef can be a designer. Next one, please. If we talk about food design, we have to talk about chefs. What are their duties? Today, the chef's exposure to mass media is huge, but we really equate them with designers. Why I'm asking you this? Why I'm asking myself if can I equate a chef to a designer? Because when we talk about design, we talk about industrial approach. So designers can design something and the industry can replay all the pieces completely the same. And this is not very possible for the chef because the ingredients are changing, the seasons are changing, the places are changing. But we know very well that we can compare them because they have duties in common. The duties in common are they want to create an original course, the chefs, or the designers want to design a product. It are both issues that deal with the delivery of satisfying final result from aesthetic and functional points of view. Next, please. So I want to affirm that chefs are like the same of designers. Concluding my presentation, I want to introduce you the Food Design Manifesto. The Food Design Manifesto is a manifesto wrote down by a lot of designers in Italy and in the rest of the world, promoted by ADI, the Association of Italian Design. The Association of Italian Design has inside a commission called Food Design Commission. I take part of this commission with some of my colleagues, and I was one that signed this manifesto. So the manifesto has today 10 points that we share all over the world when we talk about food design. Please, next. Next. First of all, very easy, but not so clear sometimes. Food design deals with design in the food sector. Second, the next one, okay. Food design is a specific design area that aims to produce effective solutions for the enjoyment of food in specific contexts and situations. So the idea is you have to understand that when we talk about food design, we talk about specific context in which people are enjoying food. So we want, with the food design, produce the solutions for this situation. It's quite important. Third, please. As you see in this picture, food design aims to give shape to the interfaces and services in the way that most appropriate to the circumstances in which the product is consumed. So the idea is we used to travel, we used to work, we used to live our complex life, and we need solutions for the different kind of situation and context where we live, where we consume food. In this picture, I show you some packaging for delivery. During the COVID and pandemic situation, we had the necessity to have food at home. So all the delivery services are developed, and they realized that they need a specific food design approach to create and design their packaging and the way how to hold and move food. So this is a kind of a very important situation where we need to do this, we call a food designer. Okay, next please. The manufacturability and seriality of a product or service are the conditions under which a design may be classified as food design. Very important, if we want to talk about food design, we have to talk about seriality. As I told you before, is a kind of thing that can be reproduced with the industrial approach. So when we talk about food design, we talk about seriality, and we talk about this also if it's a product or a service, doesn't matter, one of them. Next, please. The main criteria that an edible food design product has to satisfy are portioning, modularity, and format being appropriate to the context and tools in and with which it will be consumed. As I said before, now we have to think about what we need. So functionality and aesthetically. We need to have a portion, we need to have a modularity, as I said, approach, format being appropriate to the context. Those are the criteria that we have to solve with the food design approach. And we need to understand where we are consuming food, how we consume them. So if we are consuming during a wedding, we need a small portion because we are standing probably. If we have a baby, we need small portion because the baby needs to eat in a small portion for his nature. We need also to have a nice format in the situation where the format aesthetic part is request. So those are the main criteria: portioning, modularity, and the appropriating formats to the context. Next one, please. A food design product is designed to offer a service to one or more person. The idea is one single person and multiple persons. Why we want to design a product for them? Because they demonstrate us certain needs or make an action related to food more effective through a tool derived from its design. This is really important and really focus on the food design way to be, to understand clearly and deeply which are the needs of the persons. You see in the picture 2 cups of coffee used with this handle bag. This is perfect because the cup of coffee are very hot, and with this solution you can move yourself with the coffee in the hands without having any problem, and you can go on time when you have to go, and you can move the product and deliver the product exactly how the product has to arrive. Some products need to be cold, some product needs to be hot, and you need to find the perfect solution to let them stay at the best situation possible. Next, please. Food design means designing according to standard design procedures that, in addition to purely formal or decorative research, also involve research into innovating the processes related to production, distribution, and consumption. In the picture, you see an extra virgin olive oil. As you see, the bottle is black. Why? Because the food designer thought that the extra virgin olive oil has not to be exposed to the sunlight. This way, the product is safe and the nutritional part are saved also, and the bottle is perfect to hold the product. This is how food designers deals with this kind of instruments, situation like production, distribution, and consumption. The example is very clear, I think. Next one, please. Food design is a privileged tool and particularly effective in the development and promotion of the territory through its enogastronomic wealth. Our territories in Italy are very full of food traditions and ingredients and first materials that are very good and authentic and organic and natural 100%. Sometimes we need to show which reasons are the correct to let people to visit our regions and our country. One of them is our enogastronomic environment. So food design is good to promote the territory through the food and through its enogastronomic capacity and characteristics. Next one, please. Sambit, next one, please. my friend. Due to its links with nutrition, food design can also be considered within the context of social design and can envisage partnership with no-profit groups and organizations. Really important, our no-profit approach. We look forward to help no-governative organization and to try to help the food problems in the world. 10, please, next one. Last one is a food design product is designed with the sole purpose of generating benefits for the user. The entire process has to interact in order to prevent exposing the user to risk resulting from poor design or inadequate attention paid to the regulations regarding preservation, production technology, ergonomics, and microbiology related to foodstuff. So I want to conclude to say that food design is really focused and the attention is all paid to the regulation regarding preservation, product technology, ergonomics, and microbiology related to foodstuff. A food designer is a person that looks really well to the exigence of the consumer and to the food stuff proposal. So the idea is to understand what in the situation where we consume food, what we need and what we want to be and how we want to use our food. I think the goal of a food designer is a very important one for the world, for the entire world and society. I want to conclude to say that in my company, Food Confidential, as you said, the logo on the right part of the slide, Food Confidential deals with this kind of project. So we project food design approach in different fields, in restaurant field, gelateria field, as we said, in presentation. We work with the hotel, we work with different kind of situation. You can visit our website www.foodconfidential.it and my Instagram profile, Nerina Di Nunzio, Nerina Confidential, and the Instagram profile of Food Confidential. If you want to stay in contact with us, if you want to ask me any questions or understand something that's going on in Italy, I'm able to accept your questions and to answer to your question. So now I want to introduce you my friend Maria Agnese. I don't want that somebody you want to give me some questions of what you want to do, or I can pass the word to my friend Maria Agnese.
I think we can let Maria in.
Perfetto.
Okay.
So thank you so
should
much.
Should we share her screen as well?
Yes, please. And see you in Italy.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Sorry for my poor English. My name is Agnese Spagnuolo, and I am a master ice cream maker. My logo the world of ice cream and the concept of food design.
The slide some bit, please. Okay. Ok, un momento.
We are sharing the screen. Just a hold. Just it's a heavy file, so it will take a little while.
For you.
We'll try sharing it again. Yes. Can we see?
1 second, because we are okay. Great.
The next, please.
Yeah.
Okay. My task will be to relate the world of ice cream and the concept of food design. First of all, however, I try to explain to you how I arrived at my basic recipe that allows me to prepare an ice cream free of any chemical or natural additive, free of dyes, preservatives, and thickeners. To do this, I started with milk, precisely from whole milk. If we observe the nutritional value written on the label of a high-quality whole milk, we will see the following value: carbohydrates 5, fats 3.5, proteins 3, salts 0.5, calcium, magnesium, potassium, etc. By adding these values, we obtain the quantity of total solids of a whole milk, 12%. The remaining 88% will be water. Since milk is the main ingredient in any ice cream, this ratio of liquids and solids will need to be properly balanced. We find the same items: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and salts, as it should be in an ice cream mixture, and these are not only fundamental, but, depending on the quantity and quality, greatly influence to the success of an ice cream recipe. Next, please. Next slide. Okay. The classic technique of preparing the ice cream mixture explains that to obtain an adequate balance, it is necessary to proportion the raw materials that compose it within the following limits. And therefore, the percentage of total solid must be between 32% and 42%. The next, please. The result, we will have an ice cream with a structure with over 16% and 17% water. This involves the use of, for obvious reasons, of thickeners, emulsifier, fibers, etc., to be able to trap all that free water. That really it's true only on the percentage of total sugar and fat in mixture. But I realized, studying and experimenting, that by raising the protein value and also its biological value, I could easily exceed that 42% of total solid, up to a percentage 49%, thus allowing me to avoid unnecessary shortcuts. Next, please. So this is my ice cream. But what then brought us even closer to the concept of food design, together with my husband Francesco, who deals with marketing and administration in the company, we thought it would be fantastic to spread this absolutely natural product philosophy and try to train artisans able to replicate the product everywhere, but at the same time to enhance the raw materials present in their reference territory. The main problem when you want to spread the creation of an artisan product is precisely its perfect replicability in the absence of the chief craftsman. We had solved the problem through the use of technology and innovation. Next, please. It is often thought, not rightly, that the use of technology in an artisan laboratory demands the very concept of craftsmanship, bringing it closer to industry. We think this is not the case. Technology and innovation, if at the service of the craftsman, facilitate an organization of work, its efficiency, and allow the craftsman himself to have more time to devote to his own creative imagination. After years of study, we have developed an innovative management software, unique of this kind, thanks to which the activity of each individual laboratory and each exercise is supported and traced, from the procurement of raw materials from production to the realization of the product, which takes place through scales connected to the recipe book on the laboratory PC, up the sale on the finished product at the counter. The software allows both to have a precise control over the product and me to always be at the side of the artisan, assisting their work. Obviously, every artisan can create in real time with me an ice cream recipe that may be used as a raw material typical of his territory. In doing so, the production system is constantly implemented. All the information collected by the management system is promptly reworked and declined to support communication and marketing activities in favor of the entire network. Next, please. An example for everyone. The system allows you to track that what tastes are just produced and put on sale. This offers the opportunity through the use of social networks and mail marketing activities to keep customers constantly informed about the presence in the store of their favorite flavors. A unique barcode is associated with each individual tub of ice cream produced, and through subsequent tracing, we follow the life of the tub from its creation to its exhaustion. With our software, we have managed to make sure that in Rome and Los Angeles, there is, for example, the same identical Lapsang chocolate, but at the same time, the software allows us to produce in Los Angeles the black zapote sorbet, a typical Mexican fruit, while in Rome there is the almond and extra virgin olive oil taste of the Sabina countryside. Therefore, the same production philosophy and texture of the ice cream, but a specific raw material of the place. In summary, our software has allowed us to imagine a network of artisans engaged in the production, contained for about 400 original recipes, and is constantly being implemented in real time. Next, please. In summary, my thought is that the concept of food design as a whole must not be understood as an exclusive expression of corporate organization with large means, but must also be part of the growth and development process of small craft businesses. Thank you for the attention you have dedicated to me.
Excuse me. Thank you so very much, Nerina, Maria. It was a delicious presentation. Now I really feel like a gelato myself. It was indeed interesting to see how the convention of being an artisanal craftsperson or an artisanal designer is married with such precise technology, and the results which have come out of that, phenomenal. Thank you so very much for finding time for us and our students today. It has been a real pleasure, and once again, congratulations on your win. All the best. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.